Hello everyone and welcome to my 5K recap vlog of the Dopey Challenge. If you're new here, my name's Hannah. I currently live in Orlando, Florida, and I just completed the Dopey Challenge. If you don't know what the Dopey Challenge is, it's a 5K on Thursday, a 10K on Friday, a half marathon on Saturday, and a marathon on Sunday, so a total of 48.6 miles. So today I just want to talk a little bit about the Expo and the 5K experience, and then obviously I'll have kind of some footage going as well, showing you what it was like. So the Expo actually started Wednesday night, and that was the only time we could go, so we ended up going Wednesday night after work. So we did get there pretty late. I think it was like closer to 6 or 7 once we got there. Whenever you go in to get your bibs, and then they make you go to the actual Expo part, and then go all the way to the back to get your shirts. So we did that. Luckily, I've been to quite a few Expos, so I wasn't super interested in the Expo stuff. Plus, I was just really tired, and I knew I had to get up at like 2 a.m. the next day. So I just kind of ran by, and I was like, if I want to go to the Expo later, Friday, Saturday, I can. And then we went to the actual merchandise store. So luckily, I had very low expectations for the merchandise store. I knew the big coveted thing that a lot of people want is like the marathon weekend jacket and the Dopey Challenge jacket, which I was very much like, if I could get one, that would be great. If not, I live in Florida. What am I, a new jacket would be cool, but do I really need one? And sure enough, like they were all sold out by like 10, 11 a.m., which is fine. Like I said, I didn't have high expectations. But that's just something to think about going in if you really want something at that merch expo. I heard that you have to be there. I think they open at 9. You have to be there by 10, 11 before everything sells out. So I did get a few cute things. I'm actually drinking my coffee out of it right now. It just says Disney Marathon Weekend. And then I also got this corksicle water bottle. I've been using it. It's been great. And then I also have it in the other room, so I won't go get it, but is a little pin, and it just says, it's just the 48.6 little logo. So that was all that I got at the Expo. I didn't really want to get shirts, because if you don't know, you get 6 shirts from Dopey. So you get the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, the full marathon, then the Goofy Challenge, which is the half marathon and the full marathon, and then the Dopey Challenge shirt. So you get 6 shirts. So I was all set up for shirts, so I didn't really feel the need to get another shirt, which is totally fine. So now getting into the 5K, I'm gonna pull up the map on my Garmin. So getting into the 5K, that was definitely the day that I was most nervous, surprisingly. I'm assuming just because it was the first day and everything was happening, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually doing this now. So yeah, the 5K was the day that I was definitely most nervous for. And it was chillier than kind of expected for the 5K and the 10K day. And as you know, I live in Florida. So I was like, oh, I don't really know how to dress for cold weather running, considering that I trained July, August, September, where it's 90 plus degrees every day. So going into the 5K, so one thing too, just to be aware of, I drove in all 4 days. One thing to be aware of is that if you're driving in, it's at least a mile walk from the parking lot to where you're going to get set up, where the corrals are, and then a mile walk back. So that's just something to keep in mind. So you're adding on at least a good 2.5 miles every single day on top of the running. I personally didn't mind it, especially when it was cold. It was kind of a good little warm up to get there. Remember that I know how to move my legs, and then like I said, you just sit in the corral for a while. So Monday it was just me. So I basically just got there, went to the bathroom, and then just sat in the corrals until it was time to go. I was in Corral C too, if that interests anyone. So I will put the course here and what we did. So mile 1 was basically just on this big road. It was so funny. I was so nervous. If you don't know, the 5K is untimed. There's no balloon ladies. The balloon ladies are the last pacers, the last 16 minute per mile. If you get behind them, you could be removed from the course. They're not there on the 5K. So the 5K, I was like so nervous, like, when you're anxious, everything is going through your mind of, oh my gosh, what about this? What about this? What about this? I was like, what if they actually do add pacers last minute? Spoiler alert, they didn't. So I think like whenever we went out, I jogged or I ran kind of like the first maybe 2-3 minutes just to kind of get out of the corral, or out of the start line where everyone is running, and this just to kind of get off to the side. There are some people who went out walking. I'm sure that's totally fine. I was just kind of trying to be respectful and kind of get out of that area, get out of the way, because it is kind of condensed at first and then it spreads out to like a 4-lane highway, just to kind of get out to the side. So I kind of jogged at first, and then I was like, maybe I like should jog a little bit, like it's the 5K, it's the first day, whatever. I ended up talking myself off that ledge. So basically I jogged the first few minutes, and then I ended up walking the entire thing, which I definitely think was the right move. Yeah, so basically I ended up walking the entire thing. My total distance was 3.19 miles. It took me about an hour, and then my average pace was 18:07 minutes per mile. So basically, again, I'll show the route, at least from my Garmin. We did about a mile, and then basically you just go around the entire World Showcase, which is really cool. It was still lit up from, you know, the Christmas and the New Year's decorations, so we were able to see that. I took a ton of footage. Most people were walking, which was nice. That is one thing that I do really enjoy about the Run Disney races, is that so many people are just there to do it. They're not there to PR. They're not there to, you know, do the whole thing. They're there for the experience. And that was definitely my goal going into this was, you know, this is only my second marathon. And I want to finish the marathon not feeling like I was dying, like feeling good. I obviously knew it was going to be hard. You know, that's not, but, you know, feeling like I truly enjoyed all of it. And I definitely feel like that's what I did. So yes, World Showcase. I just walked through the whole thing. The only place that we really didn't go through was Mexico, which we actually went through Mexico, I think, all 3 of the other days, so it works out fine. And then once you get to the port of entry, we took a left, and then we kind of went up to like Test Track. I forgot what this one is. It says Project Tomorrow and Spaceship Earth. I could be wrong. And then we went to Guardians of the Galaxy, Mission Space, and Test Track. And then we kind of did a big loop and then made our way out back to the parking lot. So it's pretty, I mean, I like the course. I obviously think it's cool to be able to run, you know, when no one's there. But yeah, that was really it. Nothing crazy really happened. I just walked the whole thing, and then I went home and I made sure to stretch, eat a good breakfast. I took a nap, of course, because I woke up at like 2 a.m. And then other than that, I really didn't do much. I just tried to focus on, you know, kind of move every few hours by, you know, picking up, doing the dishes, a little something, but try to stay off my feet as much as possible. This is the 5K medal. I don't know if you can tell very well, but it's so super cute. It's Pluto, and then it actually, he jumps up and down. How cute. And then, I don't know if you can really tell, but this is the shirt as well. Again, super cute. That is it for the 5K recap. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys for the 10K recap.